Hi there. Welcome to Around the World. This is a continuation of last week's topic on colon health. My mother was spot on about health matters. She studied, compared, researched, trial and error scrutinized, and read everything she could get her hands on, especially regarding health. Now, truth be told, even knowing this, I was not receptive to trying the flush. The concept appealed to me, but not the idea of drinking a whole quart of liquid quickly. It just wasn't thrilling to me. She repeatedly tried to convince me, to no avail. Then one day, shortly after the birth of my first child, I was in such pain from hemorrhoids. I called her for the specifics on the flush. Needless to say, I've been using it ever since. Yes, the dreaded roids, which many suffer with as a result from severe straining and pressure. Protruding and very painful indeed. Well, salt water is very healing as well as cleansing, and the fact that the flush removes those difficult clogs from the entire colon, it also soothes and diminishes painful, bleeding hemorrhoids quickly. The cleaner the colon, the less risk of colon cancer as well, as waste matter ferments inside the colon for extremely long periods of time, eventually eats its way through the colon walls. I might add that with a clean colon, there is far less flatulence and gas issues. You might ask, why so much attention to the colon? It's such a vital aspect of our general health, and is as extensive as our colons are long, more than 20 feet long by adulthood, which most of us are aware of, but tend to disregard. That's a lot of backed up waste matter. We are essentially full of you-know-what. Much of our foods today are so processed, full of additives, and highly binding to our intestinal tract. All the fast foods, busy schedules, and eating on the go has its consequences. Not all make healthy choices or are fully aware of the full extent of such impact to our bodies. I stress how that has a direct effect to every other aspect of our overall health and well-being, and without a doubt does not discriminate. Now, I recall way back in the days when there weren't many known options for maintaining healthy colons, aside from the good old over-the-counter laxatives that became addictive if used with any frequency, and was the main, if not the only choice available at that time. Plus, there weren't any fast food chains then. Those came along a bit later, and people had better diets, more cooking, eating out less. My mom, being the naturalist that she was, had us children taking prune juice on the regular. I can picture her so clearly standing at the stove, boiling down a pot of prunes to keep us flowing smoothly. The sweet, syrupy juice and mushy prunes. It was somewhat effective. However, with relief came the bloat. Oh, how I remember those days of bloating resulting from the gas accompanied with gas pain from prunes. Not at all pleasant, and so not trying to look bloated in one's clothes. Not cute. You had one of two choices back then. You could become addicted to laxatives, or you could look like a puffer belly, just to stay open. Along came herbal concoctions, but back then little was known to the public and was often sold in loose form. Nowadays, those herbs are available in nicely packed capsules, narrowed down to the most effective herbs so conveniently. There are also the choices of chewing on dried fruits like apricots, papaya, mango, or dried pineapple for a bit of immediate relief. So if you are not doing a regular colon cleanse, then you may opt to use Cascara Sagrada or slippery elm capsules. Both are natural and amazing herbs which can be taken daily or as needed. Slippery elm has a slippery effect, just like its name. Need I say more? Cascara Sagrada tends to loosen waste for easy elimination. Most helpful to take when traveling as well. Oftentimes, too, when going to other countries, the change of diet can bind up the system. Both are inexpensive, and there are two wonderful aspects of using natural remedies. There are no side effects and not addictive. I found these quite compatible with other medications, but it's always best to check with one's physician first, just as a precaution. Always read the directions on the label. They can be found in health food stores in the supplements aisle. Beneficial in supporting healthy digestive tract. The cost is in the $8.99 range, thereabouts. Yes, what goes in must come out. In this case, it's waste. So we want to be sure that what is meant to come out does. RELIEF, like RESPECT, the two go hand in hand. Oh, what a relief it is. Love thyself. Respect thy colon. Your body will thank you. Content. Revisit ATW every Sunday.